Hello and welcome to ARK Survival Evolved. We're on the Extinction map and today we're going to be harvesting element veins. Now before I get started, if at any time you do find yourself liking the video, then do please leave a like, because that would help me out a great deal. If you've got any comments or suggestions, then do please post them. They're always going to be appreciated. And if you're new to the channel and want to see more content, then do click the subscribe button. And then remember to click the little bell icon so that you get notifications when new content comes out. Now, I'd originally started this off where I was going to go through a process of breeding up Volanosaurs and showing you this new base build I've been doing out in the desert. It was just taking forever and a day. I mean, I started out just like, hours were turning into days, and it was just taking so long, dragging out for so long, so I had to really cut it short. Because I really wanted to focus on these element veins and basically the mechanics of them. So what I've done is I've come out of the desert. I mean, as I say, I've spent days breeding up pretty much a ragtag crew. I mean, they're not that much better than like a 180 would have tamed out at. They've only got about 7 stats. I was getting things like double oxygen, for instance, which is totally useless to me. So they've got about 7 stats each. 2 of them I managed to fully imprint. So the one that I ride around, that one's fully imprinted, but the rest were asking for things like superior kibble and an exceptional kibble. I still need to work out what's needed to make those. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you how these element veins work, because they're kind of similar to the orbital supply drops. But what you've got this time is you've got a central node. Now that one interestingly, it's got a health of 50,000, and it does seem to vary because I've seen ones of 10,000 and ones of 25,000. Where on the map, this is the first one I've seen in the south. Practically every other one I've seen was in the north, and I'm pretty sure that they spawn. That there are key locations where they spawn at, because I've seen ones respawn in exactly the same place. So I don't know whether they spawn in random, whether it's some cycle they're going. And there is just, I mean, I haven't like timed it, but I know that it will respawn. So it's a case of just going around the wasteland, around the city. Periphery and seeing where one spawned. But as far as I can tell, the health of the center node decides how hard it's going to be. So a 10k node would be easier for dinosaurs to destroy it, but you get fewer lower level ones, smaller dinos, that sort of thing, whereas something like this you're going to get big dinos and so on. So to start off with, I really want to do a 10k one. Judging by this one's spread all over the place. So the thing is, you want to be able to defend as many of these nodes as you possibly can. The health tends to vary. I've seen some of these are 750 in size. Some of them are 1,000. Yeah, there's one over there, 1,000. Once the node gets destroyed by a corrupted dino, then the problem is they'll start moving on to the next, and you're going to lose resources. So you want to preserve as many of these nodes as you possibly can to get as much resources as possible. But you've got to defend the center node at all costs, because once the center node goes, it's game over. Everything gets destroyed and you've lost. So I've got this kind of like a ragtag crew put together. 7 Volanosaurs. So the idea is to take them out. I'll have to try different tactics. I think, because I'm just going to pretty much wing it to see how it goes. Either dragging them around, putting them in key areas, whatever. I'm just going to have to see how it plays out. But I don't want to try and tackle this 50k one, because I really think it's going to be very difficult to pull that off with the crew I've got. Trying to defend these sort of things with a single player is hard enough, because you've got so much of an area to cover, and it's very difficult to see these dinos, especially if they're little ones. So I mean, I've got like predator vision on at the moment. You can see the nodes themselves have got a heat pattern to them, so that can sometimes mask the little dinos. And what I found is sometimes the dinos, they'll attack the nodes, and sometimes they won't. They'll just keep running up against them. So it ends up as a case of having to go around the actual node periphery, if you will, and literally looking everywhere for these little ones. If they all came in and attacked the centre, well, it wouldn't probably last long anyway, to be honest, but at least you know where they are. But when you've got a large area like this, I mean, you're better off with like a crew, a team of people to do it. Because I think that's what these OSD and element vein drops were decided to do was to, you know, they were more for multiplayer than anything else. But I think what I'm going to do is, I mean, once you get in close proximity of these things, they tend to trigger. But sometimes I found if they don't, you can... Oh, there you go. For whatever reason, it's just suddenly decided to trigger now. So that's going to start a wave, and if I don't do anything, I mean, if we look at the center node, it's saying hostiles approaching. You don't have to just look at the center one, you can look at any one and it'll tell you like what wave you're on, how many hostiles you've got. So this one's got, there's three coming to start with. I know with the some of the other ones it tends to be like things like little dillos or raptors, for instance. The trouble is there's a certain number that you've got to destroy in each wave, but you can get other dinosaurs dragged in, for instance. You can go to an area and there's already a lot of like corrupted dinos maybe there, and they'll start attacking the place. Now in this case, that's interesting. This is a parasite, and I don't necessarily know if that's one of the ones that needs to be killed as one of the hostiles. It's just very difficult to tell. It's a case of having to kill whatever you see and going back and checking the nodes to make sure that, you know, you've killed the right number. But yeah, with the crew that I've got, I'm not sure I'm particularly comfortable tackling a 50k node. But if I do nothing, at some point that center core will get destroyed, and then it'll be finished. And maybe something else will be destroyed. Maybe something else will get respawned. But the other ones I've found so far, 10k, 25k and 50k. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and have a look around for, well, basically I want to find a 10k node just so I can get my head around it and how it all works. And then I'll take the crew out, and then we'll start the process going, because I'm pretty sure that the more health that center node's got, the harder it's going to be. And I'd rather start simple now to begin with. So I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to go off and find a 10k node, and I'll bring you back once I found one. Right then, so here's the crew. So I've got about 6 Volanosaurs. I mean, they're not that much better, I'd say, than like 180, a 180 tame, to be honest, because they started off with 162, 168 parents, and they're getting about 5 health, 1 stamina, 1 melee. I mean, that took me ages and ages, literally days of grinding for mutations. So I'm not sure how these are going to cope. Now this is a 10k node. Seems relatively small compared to the other ones, so I think I'm just going to start off trying to defend it with all of the pack together. I'm going to try that strategy first. I mean, it's difficult to do with it on single player because you've got a wide area, and the idea is you want to try and defend as much of it as possible, but we'll get started and see how it goes. Maybe I'll adapt my tactics as we go. Right, so the music started. So we should start getting presumably like just a few to begin with. So it says hostiles approaching, and usually it's just a few. Usually it's just like a few, maybe 4. Right, so there's 3. So 3, 4, 5. Now the trouble is, while I'm on foot, I mean, I'm not going to harvest that because I might hit the node. The problem with being on foot is that I can't really see much. So I think what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to move one of the groups over to there. Right, I want you lot over, you lot over there, you lot over there. I'm going to put everybody on, I think, yeah, I want to put them on aggressive. So basically I want them to kill anything and everything that comes their way. Now I'm just going to have to pretty much run around the edges and look for anything that's attacking. What I've noticed is if you look for like little splashes of kind of like the blood, if you will. The nodes have got 1,750 health. The core here, that's got 10 10,000 in this case. But what I'm going to be looking for is splashes of damage being taken by these nodes. Ah, there you go. There you see, I can hear that and you can see it as well. So that's one dillo. So it'll usually be like a bunch of dillos or a bunch of raptors. I mean, ideally I want to be able to defend against everything. But it comes down to practicality. Right, so that'll be it. I mean, at this stage I'm just want to kill anything and everything that's a potential threat, quite frankly. So I can hear some... Yeah, you can hear it. It's very difficult to find, because I mean, if you come out here with maybe like a dillo, with an owl rather. Oh! See, just a normal Rex has just bounced into here. If you come in here with an owl, you get like a heat pattern. Even the elements show up with a heat source. And the trouble is, I've got literally no idea where these things are attacking. I can hear one. So there's still one around somewhere. It'll be just a little one. It's so annoying to try and find them. I'm sure... Oh, there it is there. See? They're very difficult to see. Okay, so I'm going to move that group back over to... over there, guys. Probably doesn't help that they're actually stuck behind nodes. Now, these could be anything. Now, right, so I don't know at this stage how many we've got. I mean, that... Right, so that to me suggests it's a difficulty thing. Because this one's got 16 hostiles approaching. I've seen a 25 node, and that had 27, 25 hostiles, so I think it's going to vary. I think that's what sets it. I think the lower the node level, the easier it would be to defend. Now the problem is I've no idea from what angle these things are coming at. It's not... the good thing about the OSD, the orbital supply drops, is you've got that shield to protect you here. I can hear... I thought I heard something attack... Oh, there, right over there. I'm in Pteranodon. So they're attacking things out there, so that's a good thing. I mean, I've just left them on aggressive. I mean, quite frankly, at this stage, I mean, I don't care what they... I'll just have to be careful though, because if these start attacking the nodes, that's going to be a problem. They can be a bit... can be a bit of a problem in that respect, so... See if I can, I'm just going to have to keep manoeuvring these around. Ah, there's a Rex coming here. Now the trouble is, I've no idea if that's part of the problem, whether it's something that is attacking, or whether it just happens to be in the area. I mean, my goal is to be able to defend as much of this ore as I can. It's a bit frustrating that I've got, I mean, that can cause damage just as much as the... That can cause damage to these nodes just as much as the actual dinos that are out there can. So there's 4. So that's one thing, I don't have to always go to to the center node to find out how many's there. I can tell from the from any node exactly how many's left. It's just a matter of I mean, for a single player, it's very frustrating because you've got I'm having to go. I mean, it's quite a wide area, so I'm having to go to pretty much everywhere. All right, so this. Right, okay, so I've defended one node, right. Oh, no, 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 where they're going? Right, come on. Come on, folks. Get back here. I think I'm just going to drag... This is getting not very practical, so I'm going to drag as many of them back. I was thinking maybe I could contain... Oh, what's that? I was thinking maybe like I could try and contain them with a dino leash, but dino leashes don't have much in the way of hit points. As far as I can tell, there's another one out here somewhere. I don't know where the... Oh, there it is. It's over there. I think that one's stuck. That doesn't help. I've got one glitched. I'm gonna have to get that one off. It's stuck on the node. Come on, folks. Come on, come on. Move, move, move. Yeah, it's kind of difficult controlling them in groups. I mean, it's kind of difficult enough when you're on single player. It could be a lot easier when there's more of you, because then different people can guard different sides. I'm having to run backwards and forwards here to try and look for any problems. I mean, I want to basically preserve as many of these nodes as I possibly can, because as far as I'm aware, you harvest these nodes to get elements, shards, dust and so on. So I mean, the center one is key, but it's a case of the longer I can preserve the oh, I'm not even hitting it. Come on, come on, come on. That's the other thing, you get all sorts of dinos will wander in. So that doesn't help either. So there's two more. There's two more out there somewhere. And I mean, I'm getting sort of like dinos that are just wandering in here. Now that probably won't be like one of the two that I'm looking for. I mean, it's taking so long just to be able to defend them. I think what I might end up doing is I'm going to keep cutting and coming back per wave or something, because it just takes, just like it seems to be taking like forever and a day to get these done. All right, so that's that wave done. Right, so it's kind of frustrating though that you're getting, it's not just the dinos that are supposed to be attacking, but there's dinos that are kind of wandering in. Right, let's see what we've got now. So we're up to 22 hostiles now. Yeah, I think this is because this is taking so long. I mean, I might end up just pausing the video and coming back as and when, just for the sake of being practical on the length of time this video is going to take. I mean, the key thing for me is I've got to defend this core though at all costs, because otherwise that's it, it's game over. But on the other hand, I don't want to lose these outer nodes. It's frustrating because it's not letting me. I don't want to sort of like I don't want to use that right click and do a shotgun attack because I'll start damaging more nodes. But I'm literally just going to have to just keep wandering around the area looking for things that are attacking there. It's a pity I didn't see like a numbers coming off. I mean, you'll tell a node gets destroyed because it starts to, once it's destroyed, it just kind of like flies away. So these are not too bad. I mean, I'm getting things like dillos and raptors. With the bigger nodes, I've seen things like stegos and spinos. Right, you're no longer stuck. Yeah, wandering around with a posse's a bit of a pain in the neck, to be honest, because they're getting stuck on things. On the other hand, because I've got them on aggressive, just bringing them out here means they're attacking things. So that's one thing, I suppose. Still 5 to go. I think is this one getting attacked? Oh, that one there. Wow, that's one's literally right on top of it. Actually, that's not bad, dragging this posse around in some respects, because as soon as they get near, they are attacking. Plus, they can't shoot through the nodes, so if they can't, yeah, if they can't like get through the nodes or see through the nodes, they can't hit anything. Right, so that's the next wave done. Go on. Go on, go on, go on. Right, I need to get my stamina back. I'm trying way too much here. Yeah. You get excited about that, right? Oh, that's not going to be fun. That's stuck in a stone rock. Let's see how many. Oh, let's see how many here. 15. Actually, that's not bad then. So, I wonder if it's some sort of like random number that you get. I mean, these ones here that are attacking aren't so bad. They're easy to see because you can tell they're coming straight for you. That they seem to be spawning on the outside. Do you mind? You're not part of this. Go away. Seriously, dude, you're not part of this. Go away. Please don't be a 180 dino. 132. All right. It's one of those things where I don't have much choice. I've got to kill it. Oh, come on, guys, come on! You're not doing me any favors here. You're all stuck. Come on, get him! It's actually a bit easier than I thought, to be honest, in that I've got this posse with me. I mean, it might be tempting to bring maybe like an enforcer or something, I don't know. Try it with different high-level dinos. Because one of the things I'm bothered about with these Velonosaurs is that if they do one of these a shotgun attack, see there's one node gone down already. Oh, wrong button. I keep pressing the V button instead of the C button. One of the things you'll notice is when one of these things goes down, it just flies away. The trouble is, I've no idea which one of these is like part of the hostile wave, or whether it's just seriously, guys, just like attack everything. Anything you see, just kill it. That's how difficult it is. That's why you're unaggressive. But this is, I mean, this is a 10k node, and I mean, these dinos I've got here, they're not actually that, they're not that good in the sense that, as I say, they're not much different to like if I get into 180 teams. Oh, come on! What was that for? I mean, that one wasn't even one of the hostile ones. So there's one of them out here somewhere. So the frustrating thing is, I've got to just now go wandering. Guys, stop getting in the way! I mean, these things are on medium following, yet they're still getting in the way. So where is it then? It would really be a lot better if they had, if you saw like numbers floating up and down, for instance. You can see these like splashes of what looks to be element. So you can look out for those, and you can look out for, well, you can listen for anything being attacked. Fortunately, sometimes they get stuck and they don't actually do anything. Wow, it's like looking for a needle in a haystack, this. Oh, there it is. See there? See that one there? It's actually stuck. Right, okay, so that's good. Right, so now what we on there? Wow, that sent us down to 8468, so I'm going to have to... I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to pile back to the centre. I'm just going to leave these guys over here. There's 4 there. Right, so that one's come back. I'm going to leave Werner. I'm going to leave Werner over here because I need to get that one back out. That one's going to waste if I don't bring it back. Come on. Move, 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 move. So it's a case of getting rid of these pteranodons. Pteranodons are quite common. What are we on now? Oh, there's some raptors out there. So there's still 10, so I've heard a node go down there. Oh, there's quite a lot of raptors here. I mean, ideally, I don't want any of these outer nodes going, but I've got to defend the centre at all costs. Oh, so now I've got a stego, and I'm not even hitting it. Come on, come on, come on, come on. So these 10Ks aren't so bad. I think that's probably something to start with. Then going out and maybe trying the 25K ones. I can hear another one. Where are you? Ah, except I can't find you. Ah! Right, now the $64 million question is, are we on a timer here? Because I suspect we are. So what I'm going to do... Right, so I've got an Ankylor, and I've got a Duodigerous. I'm going to see what I get. Right, so that's got a bit of element dust and a bit of element shard, so that was more element dust. Difficult to tell, so let's see what... Now this is not going to help. That's not helping. Let's see what this gets. Now, this is a bit frustrating. For some reason I'm not getting anything off this. I mean, I'm really surprised. I thought I would have gotten something off that. Let me try this again. So that, for whatever reason, that thing's not mining anything. I don't know whether it's to do with like cryo sickness or something. And I'm pretty sure I'm on some sort of timer here. So a couple of those got me 2. Ooh, hang on a minute. Let me get Werner out of here because there's a raptor out here. Ah! Seriously, dudes. That's not what I need. That's just so not what I need. So that got me about 5. 2, 2. So I'm not getting that much, to be honest. So I got more element shards there. I'm going to wait until that cryo sickness thing wears off, because I'm really struggling to tell which is the better tool to use here. 97 and 3, 3, 6 maybe. I'm definitely getting element. I mean, I'm getting element and I'm getting element shards. Element shards, element shards. So I'm getting more element shards with the axe, whereas I'm getting more element with the actual pickaxe, I'd say. Because I mean, the main thing I want is element. Let me go get the let me go and get this this one, because I'm really surprised because this thing's not it's not getting anything. I just can't believe that. I don't know whether there's something wrong here, because I would have thought that would have at least mined something, but it's not mining anything at all. See, there's a normal one out here. I'll get one of these outer ones and see what this one does. Nothing. It's not getting me anything at all. I'm really surprised at that. So as far as I can tell, I mean, I've got about 1 element shard there. Ooh, Struth, that's not what I need. That is so not what I need. I mean, the trouble is, I think Dipsy there, I think she's on passive. So that's, I've got to say, this is very frustrating, because I was expecting to be able to mine things with the with those two. Because it just seems really, really odd. I mean, so far, I mean, that I can see there's a kind of a glow coming off that central one. So as I say, I don't know if I'm on some sort of timer maybe. But if I do mine that central one, that's it. It's pretty much game over. I think it'll take all these ones out. That's what happens if if that one gets destroyed. Let's just take this thing out of the way. So I've got about 21. 21's not bad. So that gets me about 23. Yeah, I mean 23 is not bad. think that's pretty much it. So let's see what we get out of this one. So it's got 6,500 health. Now that's interesting. So let's just see what we get on this one. So no, that's interesting. I'm getting more element shards now, I think. Oh, mouse has gone. Yeah, I think the pickaxe seems to be the better option. I mean, if you want element shards, I'm getting that. That was 35 there. Although in fairness, I've got this thing does 705 damage versus this one does 226. I don't know. I'm really struggling to figure out what I should be using, to be honest. I think I should be using the pickaxe. And the health, it's interesting that the health of the node goes all the way back to, well, it ends up at 6,500. That's, I think maybe that's what was left of it. So at least that's been defended anyway. Which is quite good. Now I'm overweight because I've got too much dust, to be honest. I don't need that. So, I mean, out of one run I've getting about 63 elements, 261 shards. I mean, let's see. So, I mean, I can make shards out of element dust, and I think there's a way to turn shards into actual element itself. So I mean, that's not too bad a run. It's better than what I've been doing with the gatches. It's still too much, because for every 1,000 element dust I get I can get one element. I need something like 100 element to make a, say, like a replicator, for instance. So let's put these on there. So I think it's just going to be a case of I'm going to go out. I need to do some more experiments with this, because I'm really puzzled that these things weren't getting. You know, I've got like an Angelo here, and I've got a Digoras, and neither of them were able to farm anything at all. Literally nothing. I'm just really surprised at that. So I think that basically I'm just going to have to go around. I mean, the 10,000 was pretty simple, to be honest. It was just the hassle of having to keep going around and doing things and looking for ones that were, you know, corrupted dinos that were going to attack. You get ones that stray in, for instance. That's a bit of a pain. Dinosaurs that have got nothing to do with the actual waves. With the 25,000, I think that's the one I'm going to try next, and I suspect that one's going to be higher level dinos and probably bigger level ones, so probably like stegos, trikes, spinos, that sort of thing maybe. But at least I've got some element. That's the main thing. I mean, I'm getting quite a bit of element as long as I can turn those shards over. I mean, I'm not too far off actually getting a tech replicator now. Depends what I can turn these into. And I've got quite a bit of shards that the gatches are producing, so that's good. So I think I'm going to try this crew on a 25k one. I mean, going around putting them in strategic areas just didn't seem to work for me, because they suddenly would wander off. They might attack other dinos on the edge. So basically, just wandering around and keeping an eye on the edge seemed to be best. But at least I've got an idea what to expect now, so that's a really good thing, and I'll be able to start building the tech replicator soon. And that's pretty much what I wanted to do. So that's all for this video. I mean, I really want to find out more about these two, because as I say, I'm really surprised, but I'll do that off camera rather than just keep repeating the process, and I'll let you know how it goes. But thanks very much for watching. If you like the video, then do please click the like button. If you're new to the channel, want to see more content, then do click the subscribe button. remember to click the bell and then you'll get notifications for when new content comes out. If you've got any comments or suggestions, I'd appreciate them if you could post those below. In particular, if you've run into this thing of where these guys just don't mine anything. I was really expecting them to mine something, because this, if I take one of these out to the city and mine things like the lampposts, they were able to get things like shards and what have you. So I'm just a bit puzzled as to why I'm not getting anything off these element veins. I mean, I popped them out through cryo, and I even waited to make sure that, you know, that the cryo sickness didn't come through, just on the off chance it might have been that. But they were hitting them and literally nothing matter. I'm just going to actually check, just for like sanity, if there's something not plugged out with these. Yeah, see, I mean, I've just hit a rock and that's mined it. So there's definitely something on here. So I'm going to have to investigate that. But anyway, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!